Pulling off a full 360-degree spin while still flying straight ahead isn't something just any helicopter can handle. For most pilots, even the veterans, this maneuver pushes skill and coordination to the absolute limit. Every movement has to be precise hands and feet, working together in perfect harmony, balancing thrust from both the main rotor and the tail rotor. One miscalculation, and the delicate motion collapses into chaos. But here's the jaw-dropping twist on the CH-53K's King Stallion. The pilot doesn't need to juggle dozens of inputs. All it takes is a single push on the yaw pedal. That's right, a single pedal controls what would normally require a complex ballet of levers, hydraulics, and physical strength. In September 2021, a U.S. Navy MH-60 went down near Bishop, California. The helicopter weighed over 15,000 pounds, and the crash site sat nearly 12,000 feet above sea level. Recovery seemed impossible, but for the King Stallion, this was just another day at the office. Within 2 months of operational testing with VMX-1, it lifted the crippled MH-60 and delivered it safely. Part of this power comes from the enormous, next-generation composite rotor blades the largest Sikorsky has ever produced. These blades fold and unfold automatically, allowing the helicopter to tuck neatly into amphibious assault ship hangars, making it operationally versatile like no other heavy lifter in history. And while the King Stallion is built to replace the Super Stallion, it's not just a larger version, it's a helicopter designed for global reach. In 2022, one such strategic deployment brought the CH-53Ks to the Berlin Air Show, stunning the crowd with a maneuver called the pirouette. Borrowed from ballet and figure skating, the pirouette is a graceful spin that demands absolute precision. Thanks to fly-by-wire technology, the King Stallion performed it flawlessly, leaving spectators awestruck. Fly-by-wire in helicopters is still groundbreaking. Unlike conventional aircraft, where pilot inputs mechanically move hundreds of interconnected parts, fly-by-wire translates pilot movements directly into a flight computer's instant calculations, adjusting rudder, elevators, ailerons, and engine thrust seamlessly. For engineers, the benefits are enormous. Over 400 pounds of mechanical hardware vanish, and 370 parts that would normally wear, break, or require constant maintenance are eliminated. But the real payoff is for the pilots. Flying a helicopter is already one of the toughest jobs in aviation, and landings are especially stressful. When visibility is impaired by dust, sand, or debris, fly-by-wire gives the pilot a steady, stable platform, allowing them to focus on the mission rather than wrestling with controls. External cargo lifts, once a highly coordinated ordeal, are now far simpler. The helicopter locks into position while ground crews attach the load. These systems can even counteract accidental or incorrect inputs, dramatically reducing the risk of mistakes that could previously have resulted in accidents. In short, fly-by-wire gives King Stallion pilots the freedom to concentrate on the mission, reducing both mental and physical strain. The King Stallion can top 200 miles per hour, with a combat radius of roughly 530 miles. But even with all its capabilities, fielding this $124 million helicopter has come with challenges. Maintenance is complex compared to the Super Stallion. Issues like exhaust gas being sucked back into the engines once robbed it of power, showing that every revolutionary platform comes with teething problems. But the drama doesn't stop at numbers and technology. Picture this: a massive helicopter performing near-impossible maneuvers over a crowd, blades flexing under enormous weight, engines roaring like titans. The crowd gasps, cameras flash, and you can almost feel the rotor wash from miles away. The King Stallion is designed to dominate not just the skies, but the imagination. Add to this its ability to operate in extremely tight environments, fold rotors with precision, and carry tactical loads across global theaters, and you realize the King Stallion isn't merely a helicopter, it's a force multiplier for the US military. The King Stallion can insert troops, transport vehicles, and recover downed aircraft under conditions that would cripple older helicopters. With fly-by-wire, the pilot can maintain a perfect hover over the battlefield while supervising complex cargo operations. This reduces stress, risk, and fatigue, enabling the crew to execute more sorties in a day than ever thought possible, and every mission completed safely. Every vehicle delivered, every maneuver performed flawlessly only reinforces the King Stallion's reputation as the pinnacle of modern helicopter engineering. From testing extremes like lifting 35,000 pounds to real-world recoveries like the MH-60, the King Stallion combines raw power, precision engineering, and pilot-friendly controls in ways previously unimaginable. With 3 massive engines, advanced composite rotors, fly-by-wire controls, and unprecedented lift capability, the CH-53K redefines what a heavy-lift helicopter can do. It's faster, stronger, more agile, and far safer for pilots than anything that came before it. And when you see it execute a perfect 360-degree spin or hover with 35,000 pounds dangling beneath its frame, it's hard not to be completely blown away. The King Stallion also tells a story about the evolution of military aviation, the constant push for more power, more safety, more capability. It's not just about moving heavy loads, it's about innovation, precision, and adapting to new challenges on the battlefield. And while the CH-53K is still in its early days operationally, there's no doubt it has set a new benchmark for helicopters worldwide. In essence, the CH-53K's King Stallion is more than metal and rotors, it's a testament to human ingenuity, engineering mastery, and the relentless pursuit of excellence in aviation. It's a machine that excites, educates, and inspires. Whether it's the 360-degree spin, the 90,000-pound pirouette at Berlin, or lifting vehicles from impossible terrain, this helicopter represents the pinnacle of heavy-lift technology. Next, let's continue watching videos about 7 helicopters similar to the CH-53K. These machines are not just tools of war, they are symbols of power, deterrence, and America's ability to project force anywhere on the globe. Each of them plays a critical role in reinforcing the United States' dominance on the modern battlefield. Whether it's through unmatched firepower, rapid troop mobility, life-saving rescue missions, or the psychological edge they give to U.S. forces and allies alike. By understanding these helicopters, we also gain insight into how America maintains its strategic advantage in a constantly shifting global landscape. AH-1Z Viper. Among them, the AH-1Z Viper reigns supreme, patrolling the skies with lethal precision. Since its maiden flight on the 8th of December 2000, this attack helicopter has served as the Marine Corps' primary strike platform, bringing significant advancements over its AH-1 Cobra predecessor. Compared to the legendary AH-1 Cobra, the AH-1Z Viper integrates cutting-edge technology to dominate modern battlefields. It's more than just a helicopter, it's a fully equipped airborne command center, bristling with next-generation weaponry. At its core, the Viper features the M197 Gatling gun from General Dynamics, capable of firing up to 15 rounds per second. Its arsenal doesn't stop there. Equipped with AGM-114 Hellfire and AGM-179 joint E-to-ground missiles, alongside A-9 Sidewinder missiles and 2.75-inch Hydra 70 rockets, this war machine can obliterate armored vehicles, fortifications, and enemy personnel with devastating precision. V-22 Osprey. The V-22 Osprey's cargo capacity is astonishing. It can carry up to 24 combat-ready troops, 19,800 pounds internally or 15,400 pounds externally, adapting seamlessly to the demands of critical missions. Its functional design allows its rotors to fold and wings to tilt, making storage on aircraft carriers effortless. On the battlefield, this gives the Osprey a unique edge in global counterterrorism operations. Although primarily a transport platform, it can defend itself. Typical armaments include an M240 or M2 machine gun, or a sophisticated remotely controlled minigun that rotates 360 degrees and fires up to 3,000 rounds per minute. This firepower enables effective suppression of enemy personnel and lightly armored targets up to 10,000 feet away. AH-64 Apache. The AH-64 Apache, soaring into history since its first flight on the 30th of September 1975, has become the ultimate symbol of aerial attack technology. The Apache is not only central to the U.S. Army's attack, helicopter fleet, but also vital to allied nations' defenses worldwide. Its arsenal is formidable: an M230 30mm chain gun, Hellfire missiles, and Hydra rockets make it a lethal airborne powerhouse. Often painted with menacing jaws along its fuselage, the Apache doesn't just intimidate, it dominates. With AH-64E production planned through at least 2028, this flying tank will continue to rule the skies for decades to come. UH-60 Blackhawk. The Sikorsky UH-60 Blackhawk put into use on the 17th of October 1974. It serves as the primary transport and utility helicopter of the U.S. Army. Able to carry troops, equipment, and supplies in both combat zones and humanitarian operations, the Black Hawk has become a cornerstone of military strategy. Today, the U.S. Army operates over 2,100 Black Hawks, more than any other aircraft, while an additional 1,200 serve in the fleets of 30 allied nations. Even 4 decades after its inaugural flight, the Black Hawk remains a critical force multiplier, extending America's combat power and enhancing allied military capabilities. Despite plans for future replacements, the Army has confirmed these medium-lift, high-performance helicopters will stay in service for decades to come. CH-53E Super Stallion. The CH-53E Super Stallion, a true giant of the skies, first took flight on the 1st of March 1974, cementing its place as the heaviest helicopter in the U.S. military arsenal. Developed as an advanced version of the CH-53E Stallion, it was designed for critical missions including personnel transport, equipment delivery, amphibious assaults, long-range insertions, and complex logistical operations. The Super Stallion can carry up to 50 fully equipped troops along its central cabin line or haul 32,000 pounds internally. Externally, it can lift up to 36,400 pounds, powered by 3 massive engines and a large rotor system capable of operating in harsh weather and high-altitude conditions. Flying at speeds exceeding 196 miles per hour, it can cover long distances to deliver vital aerial support to Marines deployed in remote locations. The CH-53E Super Stallion's offensive capabilities are just as impressive as its lifting power. It's armed with 3 machine guns, one on the crew door on the starboard side, another at the port window just behind the co-pilot, and a final gun positioned on the tail ramp. This formidable arsenal allows it to provide suppressive fire during insertion and extraction missions, keeping troops safe in the heat of combat. After watching the video, which plane do you think deserves the #1 position more, or which plane definitely should be on this list? Leave a comment and share your opinion. Now, see you in the next video.